Hello everybody and welcome back to another Paper Benders video. It has been a while, but I am going to be making a special video for the second season of The Mandalorian that is coming out tomorrow. So here I have made my own little Mandalorian helmet that you can put on your finger with this hole right here. It's pretty cool, also pretty easy to fold, pretty straightforward, but it is really cool to fold. And yeah, I'm excited for the second season of The Mandalorian to come out as well as to make this video. So let's get into this. So first you're going to start out with a regular square sheet of paper. As you can see, I've already folded it in half both ways. So you're just going to do that to make it look like there are 4 squares on the paper. So after you have folded the paper all those 4 different ways, all those 2 different ways, you're just going to fold it in half like this. So it appears you have 2 squares right here. So once you have folded the paper in half, you're just going to fold one side as close as you can, or maybe about a centimeter away from this middle line. Or maybe about half a centimeter, just not too much, just a little bit. After you fold it like that, you are going to unfold it, but not all the way. You're going to leave just a little amount of space. So you can put your fingers here and just leave a little amount of space in between. So this is what is called a pleat. And basically, this is going to make this middle line in the helmet. So after you do that on one side, you're going to do the same thing to the other side. So it's the same thing. If you don't want to fold it all the way to the edge, you want to keep it just a little bit away. Let's see. So here, I would want to start folding it about right here, because if you look at it from this way, you want to fold it the same length from the middle as the other side. So if you fold it like this, as you can see, that's pretty even, and these look even when you turn it upside down. So you just want to crease that and try to keep it as straight as possible. And then the same thing as you did before, just keep your fingers here so you can fold it back out. And then just try to make the middle look as neat as possible. Try to keep both of these sides the same length. So once you do that, you're going to fold the top down about maybe a centimeter. So this almost looks like a square on top. So once you have that, you're going to make the same pleat fold, but instead of doing it twice, you're only going to do it once up and down. So you want to try to keep the width of this top layer you're going to do here the same as the middle layer. So depending on how wide this middle part is, you want to try to make the top about the same. So first you want to fold it so that section's a little bit bigger. And maybe it might help just to fold it to the top halfway, like this. And then when you fold it back down, you want to try to make the layer as even as possible with what you made before. So for me, you want to try to make as much space as possible on this bottom layer. So for it to be more accurate, you might want to fold it a little bit higher than the top. Because the thinner that fold, the bigger that fold is, the more space you'll have on the bottom, so the helmet looks better. So as you can see, I changed it a little bit, so there's a little bit of a smaller space right here. But there are a lot of different combinations to make it look the same. So you could fold that a lot and then just fold this a little bit, and that would make the helmet really short, but it would still work. So I tried to keep mine all about the same, because as you can see here, the helmets are about the same height. You can change it to make it smaller or bigger or do whatever you want with that. So after you make that pleat fold, you are going to fold both of these sides back about 1/3 of the paper. So however much you fold one side, you want to try to fold the other side the same length. So I fold this side a little bit too big, so I'm just going to make it a little shorter. And also look at the front to make sure the helmet, you think how it's big enough or small enough. So yeah, just continue to adjust it until you get about the right length. So as you can see here, these are about the same and these are about the same. So once you have what you like, you're just going to crease it. And then after you have these creases, you can unfold them and we'll use those later. But because with these creases, we'll make them easier because you're gonna add a little more layers of paper. So then, as you can see, this middle square right here, we want to try to make that stick up. As you can see, it's just sticking up a little bit right here. It's a little bit above the rest of the paper. So we're going to try to do that by just taking this paper, like the edge right here, and just pushing it down a little bit. So it makes it look like it is popping up a little. And then, yeah, you can just add this whole little layer right here, but it just kind of makes it, if you look at the front, it just looks like it's popping up a little bit. Then you can do the same thing on the other side too. So yeah, you just want to do that to both sides to try to make it look like that top part of the helmet is sticking up a little bit. So after you do that, you can just fold it back, and that also made the top of the helmet a little bit rounder too, so that's good. But yeah, you want to just try to keep it as smooth as possible. So I'll try to redo this one so it looks a little bit neater. But yeah, pretty much any way is fine. So once you have that, you're just going to do these same folds that you made before. Fold it about 1/3, and then do the same thing with the other side. And then what we're gonna do next is we are going to sort of fold down these top parts of the helmet to make it a little bit rounder. So this is what I like to call trimming. So we're not actually cutting the paper, but we're just going to make it a little bit lower. Before we do that, we are going to just kind of connect these two pieces of paper so it links together. So for me, the easiest way to do that is I can just take this top section of the bottom side and pull it up a little bit, and then you can just take the other one, kind of slide it underneath like that, and then it just connects these two pieces. So when you put your hand inside, or when you put your finger inside, it sort of sticks together. So yeah, when you put your hand inside like this, like it doesn't just fall apart, it sort of sticks together. And then you can do the same thing on this side, just sort of open this pleat a little bit and stick this pocket in. So this one is a little bit harder to do, and it's smaller, so it won't affect as much. But again, it's just helping to make it a little bit better. And then you're just going to take these back sides, you're going to pull them down a little bit, and as you can see, it sort of made these little things pop out. So you just want to push those back so it makes these triangles on the edge. So in case you didn't see that, I'm just going to unfold it. There's this top layer right here that you folded back. You're just going to pull it down like this, and then there's these triangles that you can just push, and it makes the front of the helmet a little rounder. And then after that, the paper is really thick, so it might be kind of hard, but you can sort of just try to push the edges a little bit to make it look rounder. Because the rounder it looks, the more realistic it is. So you don't even have to fold it. You can just sort of push it against this, push it in, and that will make it look a little bit rounder. But you don't want to do it too much, because then it might take away the roundness of it. But yeah, just like that is pretty much good. And as you can see, now we have folded a Mandalorian helmet. So to put on your finger, if you look inside, there is sort of these, if you pinch the sides and pull them together, then you can sort of see the space where your finger is supposed to go. So I like to put it where, if you stick it up more, then it'll stick up the top. But I don't stick it up the top, I put it just underneath, and it makes a pretty good grip. So if I shake it, it won't just fall off. And then yeah, that is how you fold an origami Mandalorian helmet that I invented. Thank you guys so much for watching this Paper Benders video where I taught you guys how to fold a Mandalorian helmet puppet that you can easily stick on your finger for enjoyment or just for use. I am really excited for the second season of The Mandalorian to come out. But yeah, that is going to be pretty fun to watch. So I hope you guys had fun watching this Paper Benders video. If you guys enjoyed it, you can leave a comment on what other origami things I can try to make, and I'll do my best to try to include them in a video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.